Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and welcome to our Irish budget. Today we are going to just kind of talk about what I am doing with regards to my budget these days, because a lot has changed. I haven't been on here since like March, April, May. I'm not actually kind of sure when. I lost in my office. I lost my my tripod thing. I lost everything, and then I also kind of wasn't in the humor to record my budgeting, and it was going stale, and I still don't know if I'm in the humor, but I have to try because my spending is going a little bit mad. I need to clean my desk and I haven't done that, like as in, you know, clean the actual like physical desk because it's like dirty or whatever. But something new I am going to start doing is using the Complete Easy Cash Budget Weekly Planner. This is from somebody here on YouTube. I'll have it linked below so you can pick it up if you choose. I bought it off Amazon, Amazon Ireland or Amazon UK, one or the other. And also, if you remember at the start of the year, I also set some goals, and I kind of want to update you guys on where we are at that. Yeah. So let's do the goals thing first. So hopefully you'll be able to see, because let's see. So these were my goals. So I think you're able to see my new kind of setup that I have is not, it's going to take some getting used to. Okay. So the first thing for my 2025 goals were that I want to continue saving 160 euros plus per week for our house deposit. We reached 8,000 euros in my house deposit. So we did that on April the 28th, 2025, and now we need to continue saving the money for the rest of the year. We saved 5,000 euros for our holiday in July, which we reached that on the 17th of April. Robert did start a pension contribution. It actually only started in May because of delays at his work. Then the next thing is continue saving for all our annual costs. So all of the birthdays up until the end of the year were completed by the 27th of July. Annual bills, they're all, well, the last bill that I'm going to say is a bill is the gym. And then special days, they're like, you know, like the annual days like Christmas, annual events and whatever. So the gym needs to be complete and Christmas needs to be complete. So Christmas I'm hoping will be done in September. And then that's done. Mindful spending has not been done, and get a month ahead on groceries and weekly envelopes. So you can see we did an update as of January, or that's where we were as of January, in March, and then August the 20th I did one too. So the mortgage tracker is complete, our holiday is complete and done, and we actually ended up doing our holiday. It was Robert's 40th birthday at the end of July, and we decided to filter a lot of our money and we went to Disneyland Paris. We just came back from there actually just earlier this week. So we actually ended up doing 2 holidays this year. So all birthdays and events are covered until the 31st of December. The Christmas fund as of the 20th was 1,280 euros. It has gone up since then, and we have grocery at a week and a half ahead. I think it might be a little bit more than that as of right now, but that's kind of where we're sitting with our goals. These things still do matter. I'd love to do kind of like the mindful spending type scenario thing, but we will see how that goes. So I was doing and still am doing like a weekly pay. Robert gets a weekly pay. So basically what I'm going to do is start to use this. So I just put some stickers on it because it comes basically, it has a monthly plan, and then it goes to your expense trackers. There's a quote, or sometimes it's a quarterly saving challenge. You have your monthly projected budget planner, and then it goes into weekly budget planners, and then with your cash stuffing, and there's 5 of them for each of the months. So basically what I'm going to do is I have one through the 30th, the 1st of September to the 30th of September, and I just have some quotes. I say here that I want to finish Christmas. Sorry, I just need to keep standing up to see I'm actually in frame. Very annoying. I'm gonna have to figure out another way so that I can see everything. So basically, we are going to set this up. I'm going to name out the bills that I have, and we don't really have that many bills, in fairness. So the first thing is, hopefully you can still see, and I apologize if you can't. On the 2nd, our rent is due. So I'm just going to write rent, and I won't be sharing how much our rent is, but that's then. The 5th, then we have bins. So our rubbish bins, so we have a recycling, a waste, and a compost. We actually just changed to a new company. I am not quite sure if I'll actually be charged for the bins, but I always, because we're a month or maybe even like 2 months ahead on some things, I put that money aside, and that will be €15 for the bins. Then we have Gomo, and Gomo is our mobile phones, and it should be, I think, $34.98, I think. And that's because I spent €10, an extra €10. That will be taken off my mobile phone bill. Then we have the 19th is Netflix. So Netflix is $10.99, I'm pretty sure. Then we have on the 24th, we have my iCloud from iTunes, and that's still only at 99¢. And then on the 28th, which will probably come out on the 29th, but I'll put it down for there, is my Virgin Media broadband. So Virgin Media broadband. And that is, how much is it? $24.99. Yeah, I want to say $24.99. So then just let me see. So our rent, we obviously then, Robert gets paid. It's supposed to be on a Thursday, but it doesn't go into our account on a Thursday. It goes in on a Friday. So Fridays are his payday. The very odd Thursday it goes in, but mainly it's Friday. So let's see, these are highlighters. I've never used these before, but let's just do green here. And these are from the head plan. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing, guys. I apologize if you can't. So every Friday is his payday. And then also on the first Tuesday of the month, we get what's called a children's allowance in as well. So that's just, everybody in the country gets that for when you have a child. It's €140 per child to help you along. So we have, I'm just going to say pay here on the Fridays. And then children allowance. So that's kind of our month set up there. I was a bit out of frame. So you can see the goal that I have for this month of September is going to be finish Christmas. I am mainly doing this like this because I need to get a grip on our spending. I don't really do cash anymore. Everything's kind of done by my debit card, and then I track my expenses on YNAB. But I want to I want to go back to basics and start writing it down so I can really kind of see and analyze it, because even though it's in YNAB and it analyzes it for me and whatnot, seeing it down here myself and seeing how much times we swipe our card will really help me kind of locate where we're overspending. And I already know really from looking at our YNAB, which is the online you need a budget app. But yeah, there is also a quarter, so color and save Q1, so easy €250 challenge. So we might do that, and then we're on to the monthly projected budget. So I will fill that out, and I won't tell you our income or rent costs. So then you can kind of, it hides it a little bit, like it hides our rent or like our income a little bit. So we have Robert's income, and then we also have like children allowance, which I said is 140. So this is just going to be like the monthly overview, and then we'll break it down into a weekly cash. So like when we get paid, Robert will get paid tomorrow, which will be still in August, so that when it comes to September next week, next Friday, I'll start doing this each paycheck. And like I said, I have some cash stuffing, but not too much. So then we have our rent is obviously our biggest one. We have utilities. So I save every single month for utilities, just a kind of a set amount. It doesn't have any kind of like due date or anything, but I want that to be €80. And it doesn't have a due date. That's just me saving €20 a week. Then we have the bins. So the bins is €15, and it will be due around the 5th, I think. But like I said, we just changed. We haven't got our first bill yet. So then we have Virgin Media for our broadband. Now, I have here wrote that it's $34.99, but is it $24.99? 34 kind of sounds better. I think it is 34, so let's change that to a 34. So $34.99 per month, and it will be due when? The 28th, I think. Okay, and then we have GOMO, which is our mobile phones and whatnot. So I have that at $34.98, and that will be due, oh guys, I just did this, the 10th. Okay, then we have Netflix. Netflix is $10.99, and that will be due on the 19th. And then iTunes for the iCloud, which is full and has been full for an extremely long time, but I need to probably increase that. It's due on the 24th. So there are bills. Now, I will say that I do have 2 other bills that come out. One is for Amazon Prime, and the other one is for Dropbox, which is, I suppose, kind of similar. It is like a cloud storage. I was using that a lot when I had the kind of Etsy business, doing the challenges and the budgeting products and all that sort of stuff. I do have a lot of photos stored there, like my wedding photos and all that sort of stuff. So I do continue to pay that, and it doesn't come out of our current account. It comes out of my Revolut, and my Revolut is funded by kind of like a side hustle, and currently I do sell things on Vinted Ireland, which, so that covers that every single month for me. So I won't write it here just yet. We'll just kind of go with what's happening here. So then once that's done, we write our total, and then obviously once these are all done, and then what's remaining. But because I haven't put in how much our income here, we won't be doing the remaining section, and I won't be doing the total because obviously we haven't put in our rent costs there either. So then on to cash envelopes. So cash envelopes, we have so these are the things that I really should be using cash for, and I don't. I've kind of changed where I don't, but we'll just write it down anyways because it needs to be accounted for. So first we have grocery, and grocery we do 100 euros per week, and it's 400 euros. Then we have like I'm just going to write fuel, and that's like, you know, petrol, diesel for the car, and it's going to be 125. And so basically it's 25 euros per week because we do currently get some fuel from Robert's work, so we only need to kind of top ourselves up or whatever, but because I want to get ahead on grocery and fuel, I'm adding more money to fuel. Then we have what else? So like my spending money, again, this is not really cash. So my spending money is 60, and then Robert's spending is 60. We then have like eating out, 120. We have, I'm just kind of going to write down between the two of them just so I don't lose myself. I do say that our medical is a cash envelope because we use it pretty much every week or every other week. 40 euros there. Household, another 40 as well for household. Yeah. Okay, then we have birthdays. Birthdays, we're just going to put 20 euros in. School. So for school, we are going to put again 20 euros in. So we have grocery, fuel, medical, school, birthdays, household, my spending. We have swimming. Now, fun fact is Ava's not actually signed up for any swimming. She has reached the top level and we're on to lane coaching, and we tried lane coaching at the group like the group classes that she's been doing, and we just did not think that worked at all. We are going to see if we can get like private one-on-one just to get her technique, because we tried some over the summer and absolutely loved the dynamic of that, and it brought her on so much just in the couple of classes that we had. So we are going to try and get lessons, like private lessons. So we will see if that happens. It is a very long list, seemingly. So then we have clothing, we have motor insurance. In fact, I need to write down, because we need to go back to the other page, because the motorbike insurance will be due. Everything's kind of €20. Also, will be due the car NCT, so I'm also going to have to write that down. So then we have maintenance, which will be 40. Then we have Christmas. And because I want to finish Christmas, it's going to be €525. Then we have the gym. The gym is going to be, let's say, 300. So that's those. Then let me see, for this says saving challenges and debt tracker. So we don't have any debt. So what I can do here is, I suppose our sinking fund will be, because we're still doing the house deposit, and we're going to kick that up now now that Christmas is complete. We're going to kick that into gear, and all of our extra money is going to be going into there. So I'm going to just say €1,000 into there. We do have our Saver Friday still, so where every Friday, whatever the date it is, I save it. So I still do have that. That will be €65. And let's see. And then we're just going to kind of do random challenges. So I'm just going to say challenges. Is that how you say the word? Yeah. Challenges. I'm just going to say 150 is what I plan. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see what's happening here. So we have our income. So our income, obviously I haven't shared that, so we don't have a total. Then we have in our bill section, we have rent, utilities, the bins, Virgin Broadband, Gomo is our phones, Netflix and iTunes. So they are the amounts there when they are due. Then we have groceries. In our cash envelopes, we have groceries, fuel, my spending, Robert's spending, eating out, medical and household. So we can add that up and put our total there. And sinking funds, we have birthdays, school, swimming, gymnastics, hair and beauty, clothing, motor insurance, tax and NCT for the car. We then have motor maintenance, Christmas, gym, and our house deposit. Then we have in the savings challenges, Saver Friday, and just random challenges that I haven't decided yet. So then once the final totals then will be down here, and we'll see if we have any balance. But once Robert gets paid for that first Friday, we will come in here and we will sort it out. But again, I won't be sharing like the rent or the total and that sort of stuff, so it kind of hides it a little bit. Here also we have the car NCT, and I think it's like €60 now. And then Robert's motorbike insurance is due, so we will say So motorbike insurance, and it's going to be, I think, like $320 or something along those lines. So they will be kind of marked off once they are complete as well. So I think that is everything. Let me just check. No, there is something else. My YNAB is also going to be due. So we will pay YNAB, which I think is going to be about €100. But we do have that. Like, these are the ones that are saved for, and these are kind of like paid a month in advance. So that is how that's going to work. So that is the budget with me. I'm kind of winging this. I don't really know what's happening, how I'm doing it. I think the best thing to do is just come back next Friday, or whenever I post that video, and I'll figure out what I'm doing. Because right now I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. And this is why I haven't come on, because I'm so confused about how to share our budget without sharing the full budget. But also I need the accountability of doing this, because without it, we are spending money that I don't want to spend. I think I might do another video where I share a little bit about our spending since January. Maybe January to June, January to July maybe. Even though I know August is just about over. But I think I'll just share it a bit from January to July on what's been happening and my thoughts around it. And then maybe you guys can give me suggestions on what you think I should do. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too bad. I hope it was all in shot. I can't actually even see what I am doing. I have to keep standing up. So if you could hear me standing up all the time, I do apologize. But this is our September budget broadly. There is, obviously we didn't share the rent, and there's also a couple of things here that I didn't share either, just to kind of keep the secret of the income amounts. Thank you so much. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.